Hello, guys. All right, so we are going to be doing an unboxing or an unfolding of our Wilco folder that we should have received the other day, and it's going to have all of our supplies in it. And if we haven't received one, then we know what we need to make sure that we're printing out on our Wilco website with all of the links and paperwork together. So when I open the folder, it should look something similar to this, right? So I've got a little book, I've got a bookmark. So I'm going to start with the bookmark. On your bookmark, it is going to have daily procedures. So every day, regardless, I would check Google Classroom and I would check your Wilco email. Not everybody is scheduled to be virtual every day or remote every day or whatever you want to call it every day, but it's going to be good to get into good habits. So just check in our information every day. Also, it's going to keep you from kind of going a little bit, getting a little too restless, right? So if you keep the best kind of routine, then that will help you out. So when you're able to, check Classroom. Next is how to get into our website. So we have iCampus and we have Google, Wilco ACC. If you're watching this now, you've probably already signed into your Wilco ACC. If you're still having issues with it, email me, let me know. And then we're going to look at Infinite Campus, which is where we're going to check our grades. So as soon as we start getting grades up, that's where we're going to be checking that information out for us. Remind, if you would like to receive remind messages, and I don't know if you can see this or if it's flipped or whatnot, but you're going to text 81010. That's going to who the number you're going to send it to, and then the message is going to be at Miss J. Alessi. So right there. Oh, again, and it's flipped. You can't see it. So you got to flip it. So it's 81010. And then at MSJALESSI. So yeah, just kind of flip it, but at least you saw it backwards, and then it'll be in your folder. We are FFA chapter 0051. That is going to be important because we're going to log into a website called the AET.com or the Ag Experience Tracker. So that's where we're going to be able to log some information. Cell phones. When you guys get here, you're going to make sure that your cell phones stay hidden. So they're going to stay in your bag. You don't want them out and about. If they're out and about, then everything that's in the room is going to be on your cell phones, and then you're going to touch your face with it, and it's not going to be pretty. Mainly talking and thinking about animal feces. Yeah, so we don't want all the animal stuff to be all over the place. Required materials, you're going to need either a 3-ring binder with loose leaf paper for all of your notes and materials, or you're going to want just like a 5-subject notebook, just a really thick one. We will go through about 4 single subject notebooks this year. We do take quite a few notes, so that'll be in there. The bookmark also goes over your dress code. Don't worry about scrubs. If you want to wear scrubs, awesome. Get them at like a thrift store somewhere cheap, just discounted. You don't need anything fancy and special. You can get upwards to $30 on a scrub top and even more for some high quality scrubs, but we don't need that here. The one thing we definitely absolutely though do need is going to be closed-toed shoes. So anytime you're walking in this building, you need to wear closed-toed shoes. The animals will have them out. We'll be dealing with chemicals. We don't want any of that stuff to get on our feet. Optional, if you're going to do things in paper, paper copies of different supplies, you're going to need whiteout. We may try to do like posters and stuff. So if you want to bring your own colored pencils, your own coloring supplies, you can do that. So yeah, so that is all the information on here. It's also got our required fees. It is $30, so it helps us take care of the animals. We used to do field trips, and it's also, we're going to do some virtual tours this year, so it will still kind of help with that, as well as swag bags. So you guys are going to get some swag bags. I'll do an unpacking video of our swag bags later. All right, we also have these little books. These are at Dove Booklets, so you're going to notice there's some pages inside with you to write and you to draw. So when we do our @Dove assignments, you're going to be utilizing this booklet. It's gonna, my goal for this booklet is for you to become handy dandy notebook when you go to a vet clinic and you're like, hey, I want to get a job as a vet assistant. And, oh, you want me to restrain that dog? Well, look, I have some information on how to restrain that dog already here. So I'm going to make some more notes and use this when you go to the job. So that's the idea behind that. All right. Thing number 3 is going to be this permission form. You should have an animal permissions form. It's going to have a whole bunch of check boxes on it. You need to have that autographed by both you and your guardian and legibly printed so I know who it belongs to. And that is going to be consent to handle the animals that are in the classroom. So we need that back as soon as possible. You are not able to handle the animals prior to you having that form. So if you're able to print it, print it. Otherwise, it should be in the folder. We have also our cliff notes for our syllabus, mainly our grading policy. We are adhering to strict guidelines for deadlines. So I give you more than enough time to complete your assignments. This is partly because I understand that some of you are going to be working and have to do work for other classes and you have other life things going on, but that comes in responsibility of making sure that you are able to manage your time wisely. I will email you reminders about when things are due, but then also when they will be deleted. So you will get a few weeks prior to something being deleted where you're going to get points deducted. So anything that is late will get points deducted. Depending on the assignment, depends on how many points that are late. That is all taken care of in this cliff notes of our syllabus. Okay. Then the next two things that you should have is how to log in your Google ACC along with a vet assisting welcome letter. Okay. Welcome letter, just read through it, kind of gives you an update on our program animals that we've got in the facility, as well as our dress code and, again, those due dates and making sure you're adhering to that time schedule. So it's really important that we learn how to manage our time and make sure that we are doing things when we need to do things. Your account login, that Wilco ACC, remember we're going to be using for everything we do. So we have quite a few external websites that we are going to join, and we'll be using that Wilco ACC account to communicate those things with us. There's also an informational packet, or not packet even, just an infographic about FFA. So FFA is our student organization that we are able to join. It is an optional $20 fee to join FFA. If nothing else, it gives you a whole slew of scholarships that you can apply for. FFA is the nation's largest student-run organization. So they have officer teams at the local, so like our classroom chapter level, district, our section district, state, and then even national. So there is a national FFA team that are made up of students, generally freshmen or sophomores in college is what makes up the state and national level, but otherwise it is high school students that make up our section and district. The very last page, you are going to see all of our QR codes. So it also has our Remind on there and how to get on that. So join our Remind. I'll be shooting up more overarching email or overarching announcements. And then we also have all of the things for the social media. And then the giant QR code is our class website. All of the paperwork that you need to have autographed turned in, that's all available there. Also some important links to the websites that we're going to be checking every day. So that is unpacking your Wilco folder.